Hi, this is Karma Spence, author of the award-winning and Kindle best-selling book, Public Speaking Superpowers, and host of Speaking Palooza 2019, right on my blog, publicspeakingsuperpowers.com. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 things you can do right now, today, to start overcoming your fear of speaking. Now, this first step is the first step you need to take no matter what fear you're trying to overcome. In fact, no matter what goal you're trying to achieve, it all starts with this first step. And that is decide. You need to decide that you want to overcome your fear of speaking. You need to decide that you're not going to let your fear of speaking stop you in your tracks, stop you from achieving your goals, stop you from getting that promotion, stop you from getting that client, stop you from anything. It all starts with a decision. Everything starts with a decision. This chair I'm sitting on started with a decision to design a chair. This video you're watching started with a decision to create a video. Everything starts with a decision. So you need to make a decision right now that you're going to overcome your fear of speaking. And I'm guessing since you're watching this video, you probably have already made that decision. But maybe you need to write it down and really decide. Maybe you're on the fence. You can't be on the fence. If you're on the fence, it ain't gonna happen. You will procrastinate, you will find excuses, you won't do it. You need to decide, draw your line in the sand and say, I am going to overcome my fear of speaking now. In fact, repeat after me. State your name. So I, Karma, or I, whoever you are, whatever your name is, am going to overcome my fear of speaking. I'm going to overcome my fear of speaking starting today. Starting today. You said it, right? Let's say it again. I, name, am going to overcome my fear of public speaking starting today. How does that feel? Do you feel powerful, decisive? Awesome. Now to the second step. This is something I recommend, again, for overcoming all kinds of fears. And that is to first assess where you are on your fear scale. Because you may be just a little bit nervous. Or you may be, I'm going to faint if I even think about public speaking. Find out where you are on that scale so that as you overcome your fear, you can actually watch progress. You can see yourself getting better, more fearless, more courageous, and better at stepping in front of a group. Once you have an idea of where you are on that fear scale, you want to break down your steps so that you are taking baby steps towards this goal of being a fearless speaker. And I call this sort of pushing the envelope of fear one baby step at a time. Now, I want you to understand this. You probably will never fully 100% get rid of your fear of speaking. In fact, most speakers, if not all, in fact, I think those who say they aren't are probably in denial or lying, feel at least some anxiety before they get up to speak. I know I do some. I don't do it all the time. Sometimes I get up there and it's no big deal. And sometimes I'm like really, really nervous because I put so much importance on this speech. Regardless, you're going to have some anxiety. But part of the journey of overcoming your fear of speaking is learning to work with that nervous energy. Learning to channel it so that you can use it to add enthusiasm and excitement and oomph to your speech. So break down how you're going to do this so that you're only pushing your envelope for one little bit at a time. Because if you want to go from I'm terrified of speaking to I'm standing in front of a group of people in one step, you're probably setting yourself up to fail. That's probably not going to work. You'll probably end up fading or vomiting or doing something really stupid or completely blanking. I've done that. Oh, I hate when that happens. And you're up there and you're like, I have no idea what I was going to say next. That happens. It happens even if you're not nervous. So anyway, push that envelope of fear one baby step at a time. In my book, Public Speaking Superpowers, which I believe I have a copy here somewhere. Yes. In my book, Public Speaking Superpowers, which you can pick up on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or a bookstore near you. I talk about breaking it down to steps. So like if you're really afraid of speaking in front of people, start speaking in front of a mirror. Just start there. Get comfortable with watching yourself speak in front of a mirror. Then I challenge you to speak on video. You don't have to share that video with anyone but yourself. But get comfortable speaking in front of a video, recording it, and watching that video so you can see, are you like, with your arm gestures? Are you making funny faces? Are you having verbal tics that you need to get rid of? Find out where in your speaking you need to improve, and then improve that bit a little bit at a time. Then the next step might be speaking in front of a friend. Good friend, your parent, your spouse. Hey, it could start with your pets. Some people do that. What you want to be sure to do if you're going to speak in front of one person who's your friend, you want to make sure that they are a supportive friend. You do not want to practice speaking in front of someone who's going to say, you sucked here, you sucked here, you sucked here. You don't want that. That'll make it worse. So you want to have somebody who's going to say, oh, you did really well here, here, and here. Here's where you could improve. Then you can start speaking in front of maybe 2 friends, 3 friends. Once you get comfortable enough to that, I highly recommend joining a speaking club. You can find a Toastmasters club near you. That they're all over the world, so there's probably one near you. And I recommend checking out more than one because each club has its own culture, and you want to find one that fits you. If you don't want to go to Toastmasters, and that's totally fine, you might be able to find a speaking group outside of Toastmasters. I recommend checking out meetup.com for public speaking groups. But you want to join a supportive group of people who are going to let you know where you're doing really well, are going to encourage you, are going to support you, and who will give you constructive tips and advice on how to be better. The more you speak, the more you will get comfortable speaking. Then you can go on to other things. You can speak in front of your boss, your meeting at work, clients. But basically what you want to do is keep pushing the envelope of fear so that you're just doing something that's a little bit more scary than you've done before. A little bit, and pretty soon you'll be in front of a group of 1,000 people with very little anxiety, and the anxiety you have, you'll be able to make that part of your speech, part of the energy you bring to your speech. Third thing you can do, starting today, this is not something you have to go out and do, this is something you can start today, is work on your mindset. Now you started working on your mindset in step 1 by making the decision to overcome your fear of speaking. But there's other mindset shifts that you need to work on and get comfortable with so that that fear of speaking gets less and less. One mindset shift is to realize that your audience is rooting for you. There are very few hostile audiences, and you know when you're going to get in front of them, and I recommend not getting in front of a hostile audience until you're really comfortable with your presence and your speech and your topic. Most audiences are rooting for you because they came to hear what you had to say. They don't want you to fail. If you fail, they wasted their time. So they're rooting for you, and they will forgive the occasional the shoe falling off, wardrobe malfunction, depending on what it is, technical glitches, because all these things happen. All sorts of chaos happens when you're speaking. Mayhem, like those commercials, all sorts of mayhem happens. And they're going to forgive you for that. What they're there for is your message. So another mindset shift you need to think about is, don't think about this being about you. Think about it being about your audience and your message. What are you trying to share with your audience? What is the point that you're trying to get and convey to them? What action do you want them to take? And how can you inspire them to take that action? I hope that I've inspired you to take action towards overcoming your fear of speaking. I hope you've made that decision, drawn that line in the sand, and that you are never going to let the fear of speaking stop you from doing what you want to do ever again, starting today. I hope that you move forward, pushing your envelope of fear, one baby step at a time. And I hope that I've inspired you to realize that one of the biggest things that causes your fear of speaking is right between your ears. It is your mind. Let it go. Shift your focus to your message. Shift your focus to your audience. That's what you're there for. That's why you're speaking. And now I invite you to continue with me on Speaking Palooza 2019's adventure. You can go to publicspeakingsuperpowers.com/palooza. On that page is a link to the schedule of posts, and they'll be linked to there. I hope you'll join me on this journey, and I hope that you gain so much value on how to become a better, more effective, more fearless speaker. And I forgot what I was going to say. I guess this will be a blooper. I hate when I do this. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I remember. Okay, we'll try this again. The video froze and did not record what I was saying.